YouTube. Your boy is back once again with another dating and relationships video. Okay, so the subject today is why men shouldn't rush into a relationship. There's no need for you men to rush into a relationship. Now, before I go into the reasons why, let me just state, I recognize there's guys that get married because of religious reasons, or they get married because of family pressure. Let's put these guys into a bucket and park them. I'm not talking to those guys. Yeah, I respect whatever, they got their religious beliefs, or they got their family, they got their family traditions or whatever. Cool. Let's put these guys in the bucket and park them. Right, so I'm talking to everyone else now, especially the younger ones, especially the younger guys, like you guys in your late teens, early 20s, even late 20s, but generally talking to everyone nevertheless. Right, so why a man shouldn't rush to get into a relationship. Right, think about it. So, first of all, men age like fine wine. Sorry, let me take it back. Men can age like fine wine. Now you're probably thinking, what the hell am I talking about? Right, so women have their best years from like 18 to 30. So when I say best years, what do I mean? Yeah? So obviously, pretty girl, obviously not all females are pretty, but pretty girls pretty much have the pick of the bunch. Girls can make themselves look prettier with makeup, their body's tight, their skin maintains elasticity. Yeah? Right? All they need to do is bust on 2 makeup and 2 sexy clothes, body still tight, skin still tight. They got the pick of the men. Men are on them. They're choosing certain man. They're flaking on certain man and whatever. But once they bust 30, they could start to decline. Obviously, some women take care of themselves and some women have good genetics where they still look good up until their 40s or whatever. But generally, women start declining at 30. And obviously, some women have children at a young age, but another thing, some women, because obviously some men prefer, especially the high value men, might prefer females that don't have kids. Some women ain't trying to breed in their 20s. Yeah, some people have kids from their teens, but some, what I'm saying? So women are highly desirable, but then it starts to decline. Whereas men, you might be a teenager, so if you ain't no sports athlete or actor or whatever, if you're a regular guy, it's like you just struggle. And not all men struggle, but there's some Tyrones here and that where women just want them all the time. But generally the guys, women have got it better than guys. So even if a guy is a gallus and gets bare gal in their early 20s or late teens, women still have it better. But then women start declining because what us men hold valuable initially for women is their looks. And when their looks start declining, they're less desirable. Now women like other things about men, including resources and your status and everything. And you can maintain that in your 50s. You can maintain that in your 70s. Are you with me? Are you with me? I don't have to tell you to go rewind and listen to it again. Are you with me? Right, so men are getting better with age. Yeah? Why do you think when you're a teenager, some of them get... I think I might have said this story before, but let me tell you this. Yeah? Listen to this. I was 16. Yeah? I was chatting to a female that was 15. And obviously, when you're that age, 1 year is a big difference. So I almost feel like when I'm 16, I shouldn't be chatting to a 15-year-old. You get me? But that's what the case was in this situation that happened in real life. Yeah. I was, as us London men used to call it back in the day, chirpsing. Man, I was chirping the girl, you get me? So as I was talking to the girl now, we're getting to know each other. I think obviously them age there you chat to Gallon Road, innit? You're just moving up Gallon Road, like. So so we asked each other our ages now, yeah. She said she was 15. I said I was 16. The girl told me I was too young. I was 1 year older than the girl, but she said I was too young for her. And I'll never forget that. I was 1 year older than her. She said I was too... Yeah, so females like older guys. And okay, they say women generally are more mature than men in your sort of teenager. Okay, yeah, I can kind of agree with that. I'm not gonna be an idiot and say no, that's not true. Yeah, so women are generally more mature than men. But also, yeah, it's the fact that the older guys generally have more resources. Why does she want to go on the bus with you when she can go in Leroy's BMW? That rhymes, by the way. Didn't try to make that happen. But why would she want to go on the bus with you when she can go in Leroy's BMW? But you're 16 and you can't have a car. Obviously, over here in the UK, you're not old enough to drive when you're 16. Do you get that? So, looks-wise, looks might be the same as Leroy, innit? Looks-wise. You could be on a scale of generally 8 out of 10, right, in looks. Leroy could be 8 out of 10 in looks. But you're 16 and he's 26. That's a bit of exaggeration with a gap. But let's say you could be 18 and he could be 23. Yeah? He's got more things than you. You might be driving at 18, but you might not be able to afford that BMW that Leroy's got, you get me? So girls your age might go for the older guy. Right? Now let's get back to the actual topic, because I'm going off topic here, but why men should not rush into a relationship. Listen. Based on, because women are going to judge you with the whole package, yeah? Right? So, like, for example, a man could be 10 out of looks, face-wise, to the average woman, 7 out of 10 body-wise, finance-wise, 5 out of 10. But then all these things, and obviously different women hold certain things to higher value. Some women like the money more, some women like the personality more, whatever. But there's going to be a combination in it. So, all your attributes could be 7 out of 10, like jointly, for the average woman. Right? If all your attributes together to the average woman will make you a 9 out of 10, that means you're going to have a better pick of women. Yes or no? That means, what I'm trying to tell you is, why try to get into a relationship where your sexual market value average is still 7 out of 10 to the average woman? Some women might see you as 10 out of 10. Some women might see you as 2 out of 10. Some women, you might not even be on their scale because they, for example, you might be a black guy and she might not go for black guys. Cool, but generally on average, women that, you're their type, you might be average 7 out of 10. You get me? So basically, yeah. So I just saw someone I knew, just threw me off a bit. So basically, yeah. So a woman might see you as 7 out of 10. Yeah. Now, so why are you gonna get into a relationship now? Check this example now, yeah? Let's say you're 20 years old. Yeah? Right? Let's say the best female you can get is a 6 out of 10. And I'm talking about relationships. Let me be clear. I'm talking about relationships. Let's say you're a relationship guy. You want to get into a relationship. You want to find a girlfriend. You're 20 years old. Just say, based on your looks, your finances, everything about you, the best you can get, the best female you can get into a relationship with is a 6 out of 10 female. A 6 out of 10, a female that you would class as 6 out of 10. Let me make that clear. Yeah? So the females you class as 10 out of 10, you can't get them. And this is based on your sexual market value. Yeah? You're 7 out of 10. The best, because obviously females date up. So just because you're 7 out of 10 to most women, don't mean you can get into a relationship with a 7 out of 10. You might be able to, but women generally date up. So the best you might be able to get is a 6 out of 10. Yeah. So let's say now, in your life, you work hard, or whatever you're doing, your business or whatever, you work on your finances. Now let's say by 28 years old, yeah, you got your, as they say, shit together. And at 28 years old, you're a millionaire. Now that's a good achievement. I certainly was not a millionaire at 28. Yeah. But stay with me for this example. Yeah. You're 20 years old. You're 6 out of 10 to most women. Fast forward to 28. You're a millionaire. On the way to becoming a millionaire, you also been regularly going to the gym, so now your body looks nice. You got cash money, so you go to the best barbers and get the best haircuts. You know, your swag is tight. You know, you've built your confidence, partly just generally, and also the amount of wealth you have makes you more confident. Now, let's say when you're 28, the best female you can get ever into a relationship with is now 10 out of 10. Isn't that better? Would you rather be in a relationship with a 10 out of 10 female or a 6 out of 10 female? The answer's obvious, yeah? Right. Now let me tell you what's wrong with getting into a relationship. Let's, in this example, at 20 years old with a 6 out of 10 female. Because not all of you guys, but some of you guys, the reason you are getting into relationships is due to insecurity. Yeah, you're a horny little devil like most men are, and you want to sleep with loads of women, but you don't get loads of women. So the one that you do get, that is actually into you, that don't flake on you and actually into you, you then keep her. You don't want to lose her. You don't want her to get away. Your desire is to still sleep with many women. Yeah? That's your desire. Deep down. Obviously, you're not going to tell your girlfriend that. But you've settled for this woman that has given you lots of interest. And you're like, okay, I got my girlfriend now. I got my regular sex. I feel like I'm wanted. It's not the 10 out of 10 girl that you really want, but you settled. Yeah? Let me tell you the problem with that. Two things. Let's say now, when you get to 28, yeah, in this example, right, some of you, when you get into relationships with these substandard females, you feel bad to end the relationship. You actually grow to love them, so you don't want to end the relationship. And you also insecure, so you feel like even if you ended the relationship, would I be able to get a girlfriend anytime soon? And then I might even be in a pussy drought. So you stay with her. So because you've got into a relationship early, by the time you're 28, you're still with that 6 out of 10 girl. You're in a long-term relationship with her. You've grown to love her. Yeah? You might have had kids with her that was not planned, but now, okay, for the kids, you're staying together. That's one of the two things I'm saying that's wrong. The second thing is that in this example, yeah, it's cool. All right. You've grown to love this 6 out of 10 woman. Okay, you're now a millionaire at 28, but now you've got a substandard woman when you know you can get a better one. But if you get into a relationship early, yeah, you have to give time to that relationship. That is taking time away from improving yourself. So you might not get to that millionaire status. So not only by getting into a relationship early with a substandard woman, when you improve your life later on, you're now still in this long-term relationship and you can't get those 10 out of 10 women because you now love this girl that is kind of substandard, but you're now in some deep relationship with her, with kids and real love and maybe even marriage. So now your life is with a substandard woman. But also, getting into a relationship early takes away from the time from you chasing your dreams and goals. Do you get that? Trust me, if you're a young guy listening to this now, yeah, and you've never been in a committed relationship, trust me, when you get into a relationship, women require your time. Women require your time. In a relationship, for most men, I'm not talking about some blue pill, beta male, proper lack of self-confidence and feels like they're punching above their weight and want to spend all the time with a woman. I'm not talking about those guys, but generally in a relationship, guys are cool spending less time with their woman than their woman wants to spend with them. They're cool just, okay, let's just have sex. Cool, we've had the sex. Okay, we might just go on a couple of dates, whatever. And then whether it's a guy that is focused on his goals in life or whether it's a guy that's want to sit down and smoke weed and play his PlayStation 4 all the time. Whichever one of those guys it is, guys appreciate time to themselves. But in a relationship, females want your time. Regardless if you're in a relationship or not. Regardless if you're born into a wealthy family or not. Regardless if you're in a third world country or a developed country. Yeah? Everyone has 24 hours in a day. If you get into a relationship, you are taking time away. Yeah? Or whatever you're doing. Whether you are a bum or you have goals in your life, if you're in a relationship, it's taking away time, yeah, from other things. Whether you have kids with another female, it's taking away time of you spending with your kids. It might be taking away time spending sleeping. Your girl might live quite far and you're driving to a house and you're jeopardizing your sleep. It might be taken away from gym time. It might be taken away from your career. You're trying to get that promotion. You're trying to do extra work and extra projects, but you're seeing your girlfriend. It might take time away from many things. But one of the points I'm trying to say that it's taking time away from is like pursuing your goals in life and improving yourself. Yeah. You don't need to rush into a relationship. Yeah. Millionaires, billionaires in their 50s, 60s and 70s, they can get girls in their 20s. Whether it's to be in a relationship or just have a fling. Yeah? Men hold their value in their status, their finances, etc., etc. Most women's value is in their looks, face and body. When their face and body declines, whether it happens to them in their 30s or in their 40s, they might be less desirable. Yeah? Right? So, a man that is 50, that is single, that has got his shit together and got money and confident, yeah? He's 50, but he don't want women that are 50. Do you understand? He might want the 32-year-old woman, that their body's more intact. And speaking of a relationship, women have a body clock. You know about menopause and all them thing there, right? So let's talk about like getting into a relationship with the plan of having children. Women have a clock, yeah? If you are 65 years old and ain't got no serious health issues, you can still make babies. If you're 65, women can still see you with value. You might own a string of companies. You might be a millionaire. Keep your shit together. You've got a nice car. Bentley or whatever. You got a nice house. You can get girls. I'm not saying all girls in their mid-20s are going to be flocking to you, but you can get girls like that. Whether you want to be in a relationship or for a fling, yeah, you might get some gold diggers. You know, you play them at their own game. You make them think they're getting stuff, and when you give them the sex, you can just, you know, because obviously dating is a game. But yeah, if you're like, there's I can't even think of an example right now, but I know there's so many famous people, like I got some brain freeze, but there's so many famous people, men I'm talking about, that are like their wife is a lot younger than them. Do you think Boris Johnson and Donald Trump are going for females their age? I can't even remember their age or their wife's age, but the wife is a lot younger. You know that, yeah? Their wife is a lot younger. So what I'm saying, yeah, is when you get older, if you've reached your goals on purpose in life in your late 20s, mid 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, if you're at a stage in life where you're confident, you've maintained a good body, you got a good dress sense, you have wealth. It doesn't matter if you're 62 years old. It don't matter. You don't have to worry about, I'm 62 years old, so I'm relegated to only having girls, like my choice is only females in their 60. Some like wrinkly women in their 60, where their pum probably don't even work no more. You don't have to worry about that. You worry about it if you ain't got your shit together and your life together. If you're some 62-year-old bum, then yeah, you worry about that. But if you focus on your goals in life, yeah, and you strive to be the best you want to be in all areas of your life, you get to whatever age and you can still get gal. Now, if you fall into a relationship early, like I said before, you might end up with a substandard girl because your sexual market value is not that high straight away. If you're a Premier League football player, if you're a NBA basketball player, yeah, you're a famous actor at 18 or 20, yeah, you're gonna get gal because of what you do and who you are. But obviously, those guys are not watching this video. You are watching this video. So I know, listen, most of the things I talk from experience, I know what it's like, yeah? You're young and you get that girl where, oh, wow. So you used to get a certain level of girl, but because obviously there's things that happen in it. Not everything in life's black and white. So this is the kind of normal level of girl you get. But you get a girl just one level high and you think, I don't normally get girls like this. And she's into me as well. And then you fall into a relationship. But that's not really the 10 out of 10 girl that you would really want. Do you get that? So this is the reason why men shouldn't rush to go into a relationship, yeah? Like, so, okay, let me tell you this. So you might be, let's say, 27, yeah? You might want to rush into a relationship with a particular female. Let's say the female's also 27. Fast forward 10 years, when you're 37 and you're a millionaire and whatever amazing things you've got going in your life, you can still get 27-year-old girls if you want. Do you get that? You could, some men might prefer getting girls their age, females their age. Yeah? Yeah? Obviously, some men like older women, mainly for a fling, not for a relationship. And that's another thing. So women that... single men in their 30s and 40s, it's like, yeah, you got the pick of the woman if you are about your shit. You know what I'm saying? You got your shit together, you got your finances together, you're nice in life. Women that age, imagine women are single. Like, women don't want to be single them late ages there. Women don't want to be single them late ages there. Because as I said, a 50-year-old man that has got his money and finances and everything together and his life is nice, don't want a 50-year-old woman. So let's say a 50-year-old woman is single and want to date. They're relegated to older guys. Maybe the 65-year-old guy might want a 50-year-old woman. Yeah. Or they're relegated to guys their age. that are bums, that ain't got nothing going for them in their life. They appreciate getting any woman. And then some of these females want to go for younger guys. They think, oh, guys my age ain't, they ain't about shit. All the good ones are taken, they say. Yeah? And then they try to go for younger guys. And then obviously some younger guys, they like sleeping with older women. But that's the key, only to sleep with. They don't want a relationship with them. I don't know about your life, but I'm sure most guys have experienced the excitement of sleeping with an older woman for the first time. Some in their teens, some in their 20s. But obviously, it's exciting for some guys because of the experience level. Yeah. Some older women, they got a lot more experience. They know how to please a man, like. And some man just want to explore different things, but they don't want a relationship with them. But anyway, I'm going overboard here. I've touched loads of different other subjects. Let's get it back within what the video is about. If you are a man, especially a young man, do not rush to get into a relationship. Yeah, get yourself to a point in life where you're like, okay, I'm nice, and your general sexual market value is high. You know, you've built your confidence or whatever. Now you have a wider range of females. And if you are a relationship guy, now you could get those 9 out of 10s, because 9 out of 10s dig you. Some 10 out of 10s dig you. You get that? So don't be settling for the first female that gives you attention. Sorry, a high level of attention. Because females will give you attention and then mess you about. But some females, yeah. And also another thing, don't let females pressure you into getting a relationship, into a relationship. Because that's females' goals, isn't it? Not all females, but generally, females are looking for a guy. Like, let's go back to the caveman days. You want the strongest guy to protect you. For whatever reason, this female, at whatever level she is, sees you as that guy. She wants a relationship for you. It's in her nature. She's not doing it to sabotage your life. It's in her nature to ask you for a relationship. What I want you guys to have in your nature is, I'm not where I want to be in life. You're not the top level of guy. This is what you're saying in your head, not to, because I don't teach disrespect over here. But you're not the high level of girl I want. You're sleepable with. You're sexable, but you're not relationshipable based on my scale of women. So you date them, you sleep with them. When they ask you about a relationship, say, I don't want to rush into things. And then she might get tired of asking for a relationship one day. You move over to the next. You might have girls in your rotation. You're cool. You're free. You're detached. You know, move forward a couple of years or a couple of decades, however old you may be. And then you're in your 40s. Your life is nice. You're like, okay, I've been there and done that. I had bare holes. I've excelled in my organization or my business. I'm nice. I got my nice car, my nice house. Then you meet that special person that ticks all boxes, because it's not about the female just being pretty as fuck and sexy as fuck. 10 out of 10 that way. Obviously, when it comes to relationship, she also has to be relationship quality. But yeah, when you reach them ages there, you might say, okay, all right, I'm ready to settle down. Now, if you've got where you want to be in life, you have a better selection. Yeah. Right? Okay, so that's it. Gentlemen, you might be listening to this and you might be in a relationship already. I'm not telling any guys to end their relationship. Obviously, if you're in a toxic relationship, yeah, that should be ended. But it is what it is, isn't it? But if you're listening to this and you're in a relationship and you have an aha moment, yeah, I think, whatever, you might be single one day. Yeah, relationships don't last. Women do a lot of the breaking up. But even if you're in a relationship, if you find yourself single one day, please remember this video. Don't rush into a relationship. Make sure you are where you want to be in life first. Yeah. Yeah. Men age like fine wine. Yeah. If they're about their goals, yeah, in life. If they're about achieving things in life, yeah, they will age like fine wine. Yeah. Right? Their status and everything. Yeah, they're getting older. You might see a few wrinkles or a few grays here and there, but yeah, whatever. Yeah. Think of certain man. Think of certain actors. Think of man like Hugh Hefner. The age don't matter. The age don't matter. When you got wealth and status and all them ting there, blood, the age don't matter. Yeah? Don't settle with the 6 out of 10. Don't settle for going in a relationship with the 6 out of 10 when 10 years later you could be marrying that fine, or if marriage is your thing, because I'm not promoting anyone to get married on here, but let's say you can get that fine 10 out of 10 and in the top bracket of 10 out of 10 too, 10 out of 10 female. A decade later, yeah? Sleep with the 6 out of 10, fine. Sleep with the 7 out of 10, fine. If that's your thing. Obviously, some men don't want to stoop below a certain level. Some men ain't going lower than 7 out of 10. Some men ain't going lower than 8 out of 10. But the point I'm making here is, do not rush into a relationship. If you're dating a girl now and you feel like you want to lock her down and she's asking you for a relationship, come back and watch this video.